Hi, coloring friends. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of Coloring Outside the Book. That is the series on my channel where I take something from a coloring book and bring it outside of the coloring book and into everyday life. I've done quite a few of these. I missed the last 2 months, so I wanted to make sure I got out a video with an idea for this month. And for this one, I am going to do a page that I'm pulling from the Creative Coloring Through the Seasons by Valentina Harper. This is a new to me coloring book, and I am going to work on this page here. I'm going to make myself and my family a fall bucket list using this page here. So my plan is I'm going to take it out. I don't want it to be in the book because if I have a bucket list that's buried somewhere in the middle of a coloring book, um, I will forget about it. So the plan is I'm going to actually copy this onto some cardstock because I'm not only going to color it, but I'm going to jazz it up a little bit because I'd like to have it displayed on our refrigerator where everybody sees it and it's kept in mind, and we're making plans to incorporate the things on the bucket list into our schedule. So I'm going to print it on cardstock, and then I'm going to use a craft knife and paper cut out around the leaves. And then I'd like to border it with I have some fall just scrapbook paper here, and then I have a book that has some nice fallish images in it too. Not that one, but there's like a solid wood grain and a campfire. Something like this would work. Um, Something like this maybe. There's the campfire. So I'm going to kind of layer those behind this and give it a little uh, more of a frame, I guess. Uh, so it, looks a little more presentable on the fridge and more fall-like. So I'm going to start by copying my picture onto some cardstock. That'll give me a nice firm surface to cut around all these little areas here. Um, and then I will start coloring it in. And then we will think of some things to add to the bucket list and get it all framed and up and on display. Okay, so I have my copy here. I did enlarge it to 110%, just because I wanted a little more room to be able to write my bucket list in the center there. And it's going to be a little easier to cut around all those little areas there if it's a little larger. So I did do that, and then I decided, and apologies to all you who are fans of watching colored pencil coloring, but this image is so simplistic and just doodly and cute that I really wanted to color with some gel pens on it. Um, and I have the Sioux Color gel pen set here, and there are some wonderful fall colors in this set. This whole line here is wonderful. There's some glitters in the center here that would be perfect, and a few other creamy tones that I don't have in other gel pen sets that I think would work really well on this. So that's what I'm going to use. Um, I apologize if my voice is a little weird or I sound a little different. I have strep throat, so I'm trying to get this video out anyway, and I'm hoping that it doesn't um, impede on this too much, but we'll see what we can do. So I'm going to go ahead and um, get going here. I'm going to move us in a little closer. So I did decide to pull, I have a Pen and Gear green that I pulled. It's more of an olive green, and that's one thing that the Sioux Color set is kind of missing that would be nice to have in fall mix here. So I did pull that one, and I am just going to get going here. Let's see. Trying to figure out how I want to color each little leaf section here. think I'm going to start with this one and have it be the greens. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So I figured I'd just talk a little bit more about where I'm planning to go with this page, and then speed up the remainder of the coloring and save my throat a little bit. So my plan for the bucket list is to use some brush tip markers and do sort of a, calligraphy lettering on that portion of the project. I may be a little rusty with my hand lettering because I haven't practiced in a while. I have taken classes, but it's been a while since I've actually practiced, so the muscle memory there might be a little weaker than I would like, but we'll do the best we can. And I think to choose the bucket list items, I'm probably going to, well, I'm going to discuss with my family and see what they would like to have on it. It's definitely going to be like just a few choice things that we want to make sure we get done in the fall. So we usually go apple picking, so that may make an appearance on the list here. And let's see, I'm trying to figure out, these almost look like flowery bits here, like almost milkweed type seeds. Oh, I don't know what to do with that. Okay. Well, let's do the leafy parts green at least, and then I can figure out the rest later. It could just be a doodly type of plant. I always try to make it into something, and it could just be just a random doodle of a plant. Yeah, but I'm going to kind of poll the family and see what they have in mind for the fall, what things they might like to do. We have a great pumpkin farm and Christmas tree farm with lots of fall activities, and they always do a big corn maze, so maybe that could be on the list. I've actually already made a pumpkin pie because my daughter requested that for the first day of fall. She's been asking and asking for pumpkin pie, and I said, I'm not making it unless it's fall. And so she said, well, can you make one on the first day of fall then? And I was like, okay, sure, I can do that. And I did, and it has been enjoyed already. So we did that. I always like doing like we have like a, one of those metal fire pit things, and it's always fun to do an evening fire and roast marshmallows kind of thing. Sip some hot apple cider, something like that. I don't know what to do with that either. I'm not sure whether to make that green or something else. All right, I'm going to hold off on that for now. Yeah, and then I'm going to obviously cut around all of the elements of the picture here, and then I'm going to glue it on top of one piece of scrapbook paper and then put another piece behind that sort of as a matted effect. That's what I'm envisioning at least. So I think since this is the other half of this one and I did it as a green leaf, I'm just going to let the other part be green too, but a metallic. All right, and I think I'm going to go ahead and cut out here and quietly sip on tea as I work on the rest of this picture here, and then I will be back. I will probably speed the cutting out as well because I'm not the fastest at that, and it could be hours if I don't speed it up. So I will be back once this picture is all cut out and we are ready for the next step.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. A bigger scale, the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. A significant light, just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merchant change. but your face remained the same. The swallows will be here by dawn. And when we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. A significant life, just what it was needed. Clean in the blackest night, cloistered in injustice dead. And in the eyes of time, nobody is losing. The sparrows will be here by dawn. When we finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. Ooh.
right, we are all cut out and colored, and try to show a little bit of that shimmer of the gel pen there. Maybe. There's the top, and then the bottom looks like this. I did do that part off camera just because it was going to take too long to film the whole process. But I did the same color scheme, used the same idea as the top. The only thing that's a little different is I did these like little red berries on this stem here. Um, and I have discussed with my family. We have come up with our bucket list ideas. So I am going to go ahead and um, get a little closer here, and I will uh, go ahead and fill in my list. All right, so we have 6 things we've come up with. So I pulled 6 of these Primrosia markers. They are a fine tip on one end and a brush on the other. I'm going to try to do brush tip and do it kind of calligraphy style as best I can. And I've just got some fall colors here, so I'm going to just start with my first one here. And let's see, I would kind of like to space this out a little bit. All right, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I did draw some very faint lines for the amount of items we have here, just so I can make sure that I don't go too crooked, because I tend to do that. All right, so my first one on the list, and then once I have it all written out, I will just take an eraser and quickly erase away those lines. All right, so our first one on the list is, let's see, we have Go Apple Picking. Okay, next one on the list is Go to a Corn Maze. All right, so Corn Maze. Next one is my son wanted to make a pumpkin flavored drink. So we're going to do that one next here. Actually, I'm going to save that one. I'm going to do in brown, since I have brown here, I'm going to do, my daughter wanted to jump in a leaf pile. So we're going to put that one next. And my spacing is not perfect either. But that's okay. All right, so we're going to use this color next, and we'll do the Make a Pumpkin Drink with this one. So there we go. Make a pumpkin drink. All right, we got 2 more here. So there's an ice cream stand by our house, and they have come out with their fall ice cream flavors. So we're gonna do Get Fall ice cream flavors. And they actually do warm pie sundaes too. So they have like an apple pie sundae, and they have a pumpkin one. There might be another one too. I can't remember. At least they did last year. What am I writing? Get fall ice cream flavors. So, yum yum. And then they have like they bring out like caramel apple soft serve, and then they'll have pumpkin soft serve, and I think like a s'mores. Get fall. Now I'm getting hungry. Well, the point on this one is not the best. It's already kind of frayed. This one's gonna look a little less pretty. Okay. A little chunky there, but we do the best we can with it. And then the last one is to pick and carve pumpkins. All right, there we are. So next step is I'm going to start working with my paper here and try to figure out what's going to look best behind behind this to kind of give it a frame. All right, so this is option number one. It is a lighter color background and it's got a little bit more of a formal feel than the other option I'm going to show you. Whichever one I choose, I don't know, I haven't decided what I want to do with the edges yet. I was considering rounding them to match the actual picture here, but I'm not sure I love that. So we will see how I handle that. The other thing is I may just put it up with no background at all behind it. That may be what I do. I think I'm going to nix the background and I'm going to figure out a way to hang this on my fridge without the background. I'm going to go ahead and figure out how I want to hang it to my fridge, and then I will do a final shot of it hanging up and we will end it there. I hope you enjoyed seeing my fall bucket list come together. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. I hope you have a wonderful fall and fill a bucket list of fun things to do out for yourselves and go out and enjoy them. Thank you so much again for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!